Let's start with the Chicago White Sox and their moves that we covered already, but not with this guy. Yes, Murakami signed.
Yeah, Mooney.
Now you get to watch the greatest power slugger in the 21st century for the White Sox, or for obviously in NPB, but now coming over to the White Sox every day, since you watch White Sox games every day.
I can't wait.
Excited?
I tweeted about this.
Adam Dunn.
No, that didn't work out so well. I was there for that first year.
He had a good career, though.
He had the worst average. We didn't. I love Adam Dunn. I can't even talk bad about Adam. He's one of my all-time favorite teammates I ever had in my life. But the quote I'll never forget is when he goes, "Dunn." The reporter goes, "Dunn, why'd you strike out with a guy on first and third and third and one out?" He goes, "I thought it might hit into a double play, so I figured if I only make one out, it's better." Right? Like just things like that he would say. Where I'll never forget. And he had the worst. His first year there, he had the worst average of all time, right? And he needed like 5 more plate appearances with like 3 games to go, and they just didn't play him because they didn't want him to have that official record, right? It was so bad. And the next year, he actually had a pretty good year. Dunner was one of the best teammates of all, so let's not even put him in the same category. But I tweeted about this. And by the way, Murakami, when they signed him, because finally they did something to make people notice them. This is what I've been clamoring about. I did Chuck Garfien at the winter meetings. I did his podcast, and I talked about this, and I got bashed online for saying that they needed to go try and sign Kyle Schwarber. Go get some guys that know how to hit homers and show these other kids how to do it. I know they had a nice second half and all this and that, but if you're going to be serious, then it's time to get serious. And this was a nice first step. Now they need to go out and do a lot of other things, but this was a nice first step. You cannot count on every one of your prospects to be a star. I saw it happen. Listen, Colson Montgomery had a nice second half. He hit a lot of homers, but he struck out a lot, and he hit barely 200, right? Teal, their catcher, pretty good. Kiro, their other catcher, pretty good. Mydroth had in the 6s OPS. No offense to him. Luis Robert, they're paying $20 million. Come on. We've discussed this ad nauseum where we don't even need to talk about it anymore, right? But this is a nice first step. Now, go finish it off. Go sign some real starting pitchers. Trade for some real starting pitchers and continue this. But the thing that got me was what Chris Getz said. That Jerry Reinsdorf had to be talked into this? Yes, if you saw, we talk about this on the show all the time. And I love Jerry Reinsdorf. I've known him forever. I've been to my house, whatever. Had a lot of time with Jerry Reinsdorf. You had to be told that signing an international superstar from Japan would help your ticket sales and your ad sales? Like this, again, is the Shohei Otani effect in baseball. If you go get the Japanese guy, the Japanese people will follow. They'll watch. They'll come to the game. They'll buy jerseys. They'll buy signage. Like, yes, if you get better players, guess what? More people come to the games.
They're going to make this back. I mean, this is not the Otani contract. This isn't 450.
It's 2 years.
Net present value. This is 2 years, 34 mil.
Listen,
so I think they were like, hey, we like this guy. We think we should sign him. And I don't even think it'll cost you anything. We might actually profit off a signing like this. That's what's been happening lately with Japanese players. And he's like, okay. And we could show the tweet, too, that plays this out. Sam Phelan, who covers them, said, in 3 days since the Sox signed Murakami, this was a couple weeks ago, season ticket sales skyrocketing. Team getting national attention. Social media pages popping off. International fans getting familiar with the White Sox brand. Spend money, make money. And I'll just add this. Spend money, make money internationally right now. Especially with
in Japan.
Mm-hmm. And this guy's a star.
But you see the last line. Hopefully Jerry learns a lesson from this. What I can't figure out is Jerry is very smart still. He's 88-ish, 89. He's still mentally very sharp. I saw him at the winter meetings. He's very sharp. He's still there. Okay? But he should have known that he's owned this team for 40 years plus years now. Like they took this to figure out, like if you got internationally, especially, right? Like I don't know. That was to me the biggest thing. Like I love the signing. Personally, I really do love this signing. I think it's a great signing. And if he becomes anything, they're going to make money hand over fist for this signing. Okay, so that was the surprise when Getz said me and Brooks Boyer, who's basically the number 2 in command of the White Sox behind Jerry for marketing and for everything else that he needs done, had to go to him and say, hey, Jerry, if we do this, we can get money from the international media and international sponsors. And he's like, okay, wow. Like, yeah, like that was the thing to me. Like, let's go White Sox, finally.
Yeah, I good. I don't know. I'm glad they signed him. It's not the White Sox winning window. How does this affect the young guys? I just think it puts another guy out there that, hey, you know what? We're not afraid to sign some money. You know, you want the White Sox to. I don't think they're at the point where they would do the Jason Worth type of contract and go out and get somebody that's like, okay, now we're going to bring in free agents. So this isn't that type of contract. But at 17 a year, I'm good with it, especially if he can hit some dingers. Like, everybody loves dingers.
It's 2 years, Kratzy. That's not a big commitment. It's not a 10-year. It's 2 years. It's literally 2 years. Like, this is fine. You try it out and see if it works. And you know what? He might hit 40 homers for you the next 2 years. And guess what? Then you can re-sign him again. And then he might hit 40 more for you for the next 5 years. And by the way, Justin, I love you in the chat. But Sean Newcomb and Jared Kelenic signings, they don't move the needle. I'm sorry. I played with Sean Newcomb. Jared Kelenic has not panned out the way people. There you go. You want to talk about prospects that don't become superstars? Remember, he was supposed to be the future. Seattle, New York, he got traded. They were like, oh my gosh, we traded Kelenic?
Remember, Brody Van Wagenen got destroyed for that when he was running the Mets front office? They were like, oh, how could you trade their top prospect for Edwin Diaz?
It worked out all right.
Edwin Diaz was
a
stud for the Mets.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, that's the perfect example. And listen, Anthony Kay, I like the signing. New guy, right? Sean Newcomb, $4.5 million, not a bad signing. I mean, he's not going to move the needle, though, for anybody. You know, he's
helps
not
their bullpen a lot, though.
Yeah, true.
Actually, he's going to get a chance to
probably
start.
Gonna be a starter.
But if that doesn't happen, then he'll go back to the bullpen.
But I mean, those aren't the types of moves that really push you to the next level. They're nice, they're little pieces, but at some point, again, you got to go for the big names. The teams that win get the big names. Stars shine in October.
People were excited to get your thoughts, and I think your thoughts are very positive.
I love this signing. I absolutely love this signing.
And he signed for way less than people thought.
Yeah, because there's some people that aren't sold on him because he doesn't have a high batting average against high velocity. You know what he's in there for? Hey, listen, dude, go hit me 35 to 40 homers. Like, that's the game now. I don't care if you strike out 200 times. Go hit me 35 to 40.
How many does it take for him to win Rookie of the Year? We talked about it one of the days you were gone, one of the 100 days you were gone. But like, if he hits 35, is he slam dunk Rookie of the Year? If he hits 210,
well, I mean, not if there's a Nick Kurtz out there that goes out and has one of the greatest rookie years of all time. I mean,
right?
I don't know who else. I don't know who else. You never know. There could be somebody from an organization that just blows up. If he hits 40 homers, he's probably going to be Rookie of the Year.
Right.
If he hits 35 to 40 homers, probably going to be Rookie of the Year. It's hard to find a rookie. I mean, unless Pete Alonso. Remember, Pete Alonso hit 57 his rookie year, or whatever that crazy number was.
Was it?
Whatever he hit that year, he broke Judge's record. Remember,
and Judge his rookie year too, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, unless you have someone that kind of does that,
Trout.
Yeah, Trout, someone like that. I don't know. I just think I think 35 to 40 gets it done.
My thing with the whole can't hit fastballs and all that stuff. I played in 2019 with Cody Ponce, and I'm trying to think who else was there. Joe Adele. For Team USA, we played against the Team Samurai, the Japanese all-star team that goes to all the WBC, went to the Olympics, all that stuff. We played against them in Japan. It was the exact same thing. A lot of these guys couldn't hit fastballs, but you could see they were making adjustments. Seiya Suzuki was on that team. He's done pretty decent and made adjustments. Okamoto was on that team. A lot of these guys were on those teams that I played against. And yes, they don't do well, but as AJ would say, a lot of good hitters, a lot of big league hitters are okay with having a deficiency if they never miss the ones that they're looking for. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Murakami's that guy. I'm just saying I think people are too oh man, he can't hit over 93 or 94 miles an hour, whatever that stat was. Well, they're not just going to keep pumping him with 10 straight fastballs. And if they do, I have a feeling a big league hitter from another country is going to make the adjustment. And on a team like the White Sox, they're going to be playing from behind. Teams aren't just going to be like, ooh, I'm super scared of this guy, I'm going to pitch around him. I think they're going to go after him, and that's why I think he's going to get his 30 to 35 homers.
We all love it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of downside here. The downside is, okay, he's not a super productive long-term player and not worth locking in for whatever 5-7+ year contract, and that's fine. Then you got 2 years out of him. You got a lot of pop on a team that's not making the playoffs right now anyway. It's a rebuilding team. And
it's a great signing.
Puts butts in seats,
but
and the upside's high.
I'll say this. Listen, and Kratz knows this. How many guys have you seen that were Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez? I go back to my time with the White Sox. Gordon Beckham. Okay, it was like the 9th overall pick, and I love Gordon Beckham. Right, great guy, good friend of mine, still to this day. He went out his first year and had a great, unbelievable first half of his career. Right, and the White Sox overhyped him in the offseason. He was doing a million things, and then he never had that same success again. Now, whatever the cause for that was, I don't know. Okay, he had a nice career, but he never became the star. Right, that's what you worry about when you see guys. And I hope and pray it doesn't happen to Montgomery and Teal and Kiro and Mydroth and all these guys, right? But now they have Benintendi, they have Murakami, they have at least a couple guys around that. I know Murakami hasn't played in the big leagues, but at least he's played in big games and he's hit home runs and he can show some of these younger guys how to do it. And that's what you need. You need guys around that can keep guys on their toes and ready and teach them how to be Major League Baseball players.
Right. You can't just have a team full of kids. It
doesn't work.
No, you need the blend. Every good team has a blend. That's always what happens. Okay, let's get to a baby signing from the weekend. Paul DeJong, still going strong. A minor league contract with the Yankees with the Major League invite to camp. If he makes the team, he gets $1 million. Last year, he signed for a 1-year deal for $1 million. So this is insurance to have more options for Anthony Volpe. Last year it was the deal with the Nationals for $1 million. This year it's with the Yankees. Remember, Volpe is going to start late to his season. And to me, this is just another statement from the Yankees that they believe Volpe is going to be their shortstop. So they're just, they've got Caballero, they've got DeJong if he makes the team. Can Rosario play some short? Maybe.
I mean, he has.
Yeah. So you've got those guys to fill in for a month and change, and then Volpe comes back and they hand the keys back to him. For fans that desperately want them to go find a shortstop, it does not appear to be
they love Volpe.
In the cards. They do. They love him. Why are you smirking?
Because Twitter, while AJ was in Africa, Yankees Twitter was eviscerating me and comparing my baseball reference page to A-Rod's baseball reference page about my comments that, you know what? Volpe's been more productive than Dansby Swanson at this point in his career. So maybe let it play out. We'll see. I mean, it could be worse. To me, I like the signing. You have Caballero. I think Caballero will play more than Paul DeJong. Paul DeJong, of course. He came off last year. He came off of hitting a 24 home run season, and he only got $1 million from the Nats. To do what? Maybe be there in case of C.J. Abrams kind of thing. Like, I really like this.